Congress just went radio silent on Epstein, and I'm about to tell you why every single one of them is terrified. Stay to the end. This gets really dark. Congress has shut up about Epstein overnight, almost every one of them. You know why? These idiots are all in on it. You think this is a Republican versus Democrat issue? Not even close. This is a them versus us. For the last 3 months, the president's tried to convince his base this whole thing was a Democratic hoax. And that's kind of tough when about 25% of your support comes from people that were absolutely furious about the Epstein garbage. Then he reversed course again and let the records go. And now, crickets. Not even the Democrats are saying a word. Meanwhile, what are your tax dollars doing? Well, they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to the FBI in overtime so they can take out their Sharpies and black out the names of people who've raped children. Why? Because this whole thing is a charade to keep you in the dark about what actually controls this country. It's not the Republicans, and it's certainly not the Democrats. It's the Uniparty, marching in lockstep. When you get too close to that power, they join ranks. And I learned that the hard way when I was the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate from Alaska. The elected Republicans actually became my worst enemies. And why? Because they couldn't risk somebody in the Senate who wouldn't obey. That's exactly what Epstein was for. He and his intelligence buddies made sure that the most powerful people on earth had to obey. They stopped at nothing. Since 2018, at least 14 people tied to this case have died. 6 ruled suicide, 4 overdoses, the rest natural causes. Some weirdly at young ages. One of those untimely deaths, Detective Joseph Carey. He was the original Florida detective who testified under oath in 2016 that he had seized numerous videos from Epstein's Palm Beach mansion, plus computer records, probably his insurance policy. Didn't work out too well for him. He dropped dead less than 2 years later at age 50. Now, if the reports are right and Epstein had cameras in every single room, you have to assume that everybody connected to him is compromised. That includes presidents, governors, prime ministers, royalty, billionaires, scientists, the who's who of the world. They can't just take them all down. It would collapse the entire club. So sorry, but no, you're never going to see anything that really matters from the Epstein files. They might toss out a sacrificial name or two, so it looks like transparency happened. But your leaders will keep lying, ducking, and weaving. It's a cover-up at the highest levels, made easy by the dozens of compromised elected leaders. George Carlin told us this decades ago.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
It was Epstein who handed out the membership cards and the blackmail tapes to make sure nobody leaves. If this pisses you off as much as it does me, do this one thing right now. Send this clip to every single person who still believes we have 2 functioning parties, because until this club is burned to the ground, nothing changes.